Okay, Richard, your box has arrived, so I'm going to go ahead and get things packed. We're going to have a look at your watch. All right. Okay. Zoom down on this. All right. Well, there we have it. Interesting. That is very interesting. All right, so let's just go over this. We have a 1981 Seiko 6309-7049 on a original band. This is right before they went to the transition to non-Japanese construction. So a little bit later after this, they were being made in Hong Kong. So a very nice looking watch. Alright, so let's go over condition. Okay. So it looks to me like your dial has been re-lumed, and perhaps we discussed that. I'm sorry I haven't gone back through our conversation in a ton of detail, but it has certainly been re-lumed at some point. I assume that your hands were also loomed at the same time. The hands themselves are in pretty good shape overall. Your insert, I believe, is aftermarket. Usually with these there is a, are we out of focus here? I'm so sorry about that. Usually with these, this hangs over a bit. I'm not 100% certain. Let me go get an example from 81. Let's take a look. Okay, Richard. Well, here's mine from 81. And you can see the bezel is, it's a difference in sort of the finish as well, and the numbers too. You can see the 50, the size of the 5 is quite different. But so that's okay. I mean, you know, it's been worked on at some point in the past, and you know, that's all right. It certainly has been done a long time ago, I presumed. It looks like it's been worn quite a bit since that point, which is great. All right, so we know that we've got a dial and new loom on the dial. Yeah. Let's see, this one is 681. This is 581. So they're about a month apart. I don't think that's the original dial. No, it is not. That's why it looks that way. So you can perhaps tell that the text on this is quite sharp, whereas this one is a bit thicker in terms of the fonts. So new, I don't know, probably new hands, I'm going to presume as well. They may have kept your original, but It's not clear. They're a little hard to discern. They're pretty flat. So those do look like original hands, probably been reloomed. But definitely a new dial and definitely a new insert on your watch at some point. Okay, so that's why I have a set of watches around to kind of give me a reference point. Okay, well let's I have a feeling it's going to be a bit of a challenge to get into the watch. Let's just try it with a bit of this Rotoco material. No. Well, maybe. No. All right. I'm going to go ahead and put this on a machine and take the case back off. I'll be right back. Okay, Richard. I got the case back loosened up. I'm going to go ahead and finish taking it off here with you. Okay. So nobody's claiming credit for for changing components, so there's no mark in the back of the case. Not sure. Well, that's nice to see that the movement itself is quite clean. Appears to have power in the mainspring, although it is not currently running. It's correct movement for this watch. 6138, or I'm sorry, 6309A, Seiko Time Corp unadjusted. You're missing a screw, oddly enough. I'm not sure if that has perhaps made its way into, yes, yep, look at that. Look at that. That is why your watch was not running. You had a screw that had come out of the main plate and fell into the balance. And there we go. Look at that. Currently running. I'm not sure if that happened in the shipping or what, but okay. That might explain some things. Screws should not be running around loose inside of movements. Let's go ahead and just put that back in place. While we're at it, there we go. Okay, that's good. Okay, well, it looks like you've got a lot of power in the mainspring. I'm going to go ahead and finish the job here. And that should be fully powered. I'm going to check your arbor wear. Woo! Which is not insignificant. Okay, so that's typical. That's something we expect to find. All right, well, let's go ahead and get it on the Timegrapher and have a look at its current state of running. Okay, well, you know, not the best news. It's running. I can definitely say that. It certainly needs a service. I'm always a little concerned when I see fairly uneven rate changes, those dips and wiggles in that signal that you see of those two dots. Tell me that, you know, I don't think there's trouble. You know, it's not a big snowy mess. It's a couple wavy lines, which I think is something we're going to be able to, you know, take care of through the service process. It's very dry, I'm sure, and all the lubrication is either turned to varnish or turned to dust. So it certainly needs a service. So, you know, the fact that it's speeding up, slowing down, you know, wandering about on the Timegrapher isn't the best running state, and clearly it's here for a service for a reason. So I think at this point you and I have a little chat about next steps and make sure that you still want to move forward with everything, and then you know, we'll get to work. So let's come back to the bench. Okay. Well, you know, Richard, the thing that's interesting is that in general, when I see watches that have replacement parts like yours, if somebody has just purchased this watch, I would not recommend doing service on it, simply because the amount of investment oftentimes outweighs the actual monetary value of the item. And if you're new to the game with one of these watches, you know, you may one day want to get your money out of it. However, this is your watch. This has been your watch for a long time, and you know, it's got real sentimental value. So I think that it does make sense for you to move forward. Certainly, there's not much I can do to get it to a original 6309 from 1981 state. It has, you know, those parts are long gone in terms of replacements. It would take disassembling another watch to make this a whole watch again from the originality standpoint. However, that's irrelevant. It does not matter if it's a watch that you enjoy and that it's your watch to wear, and it's the watch you've been wearing. I say, you know, go for it and enjoy it. So that's my take, but that's my very honest assessment of things as we stand. So I will send this video to you. We'll discuss what you want to do, and we'll go ahead and get started on the process. All right. Thank you very much, and thanks for watching.